with 100% consistency in the pistols, but Crims was the best player, soon followed by Olaf, and then Edward Flush is in there as well, number 3. So let's have a butchers at what is going down here. Many people headed, well, Fnatic made some noise towards B, but they're instantly moving towards the drop zone, it seems, with 3 people. The bomb carrier Pronex has both flashes as well, so he could easily throw a Blade-esque pop flash in. And it seems it is going to be a fast push here, but Alu has made his way all over the map for a massive flank here.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty interesting now as we have a 3-on-3 on our hands. The Bombers deciding to rotate back around as JW's got that forward position, that drop zone area. That's so cool because that's going to completely obscure what Fnatic can do. Forrest will go in for a look, and JW will kill him as well. So it's just Exist left, and there's no clue for exactly what's going on in this situation. He's going to take down JW, and seeing him come from that angle, he can likely presume exactly what's happening. He'll pick up a kit along the way, but this will be a tough position for him. He can maybe find a quick headshot that will make all the difference, but oh, being juked completely.
Is he going to get knifed?
No idea. Flasher comes in. Oh yes.
Well, that's got to be a bit of a confidence booster for Fnatic. Is it a sign of things to come?
It's almost like Flusher has the rarest knife in the professional scene because he doesn't even have a knife skin.
Oh, does he not?
No.
I wasn't even paying attention.
I didn't see a knife skin.
I'm wondering if those are the shadow daggers that we gave away the other day. Who knows? I think someone gave them to him. But anyway, NiP on the CT side with a 4-spy. Got a 2-man hold. The 3rd person for support if needed towards the drop where there are 4 Fnatic players headed.
We should look at JW then with that sawn off. We're talking about it. It's time, James, for it to come to fruition. It's a beautiful fruition. Okay, James, not much is happening right now.
You can reload and fire it when necessary as well, which is always good. Get right doing what he can, but it's not going to be much. Alu with the 1 dig. Bomb's being taken down. There's only a man advantage here for Fnatic at the moment, and Forrest has picked up the... Oh, the flank was so important there from Olafmeister. Otherwise, that round could have been NiP's, because again, that is a very dangerous weapon.
Yeah, instead of 3-on-1, could have been a 2-on-2. Pretty big difference indeed. 2-0 though, and Fnatic will survive with 3 players. So that's fantastic, isn't it? For them at least. NiP off to a poor start on their CT side. Now in a position like this, you're just really concerning yourself with getting the damage in. NiP, I mean, they've played Fnatic on this map before, so they have an idea of what to expect. The problem is that, you know, Fnatic have had such good chemistry in their team between the roles, so we can expect Olafmeister to, you know, win those annoying battles on beat plat, to find edges for Fnatic in that way. Then they have good calling, they can abuse the fact that they're a man up, they can mess up the rotation. JW can push into drop, cut players off, isolate CTs here and there. Like they can find all kinds of ways to mess with NiP. So I'm really looking forward to seeing how NiP have taken those last results on Cobble and looked at them. Because James, they got a lot of cobbles to play. They better have something to show for.
Yeah, indeed. And again, we need to try and watch the trends, if any, that we see on the NiP side here, and see how they develop over the 3 Cobble games that they have tonight. Cobblers.
I'm hoping that they've done the developing already, so that they can win some Cobble games. Because otherwise it's going to be a bad season for NiP.
Speaking of Cobblers, Dan, are we going to a shoe shop tomorrow?
Sure.
Great. 3-0 for Fnatic. NiP are going to be coming out with the buy now. Will we see an AWP? I don't think there'd be armor if we would. Just the 5 M4A4s, which I find super interesting actually, especially on this map, because there are some situations where we can get some long ranges with a silenced M4, which could net you 2 frags due to the silenced nature of them, but no. All going for the M4A4s here. And this is what we're talking about. JW peeking the drop zone with an AWP, but a bit too forward maybe. I think there are only certain angles where it's reasonable to, but he was basically rushing with it, which, anyway. We'll come back to that when there's more time. NiP are not going to rest on their laurels. Get right being boosted, and he will find a flank onto these opponents. They are all on the platform area. The flash is coming in for a team as well. Very calm spray there. And he can just be the distraction for his team. As the notice player in the back finally will take him down. So just a quick note on the AWP there. Like, if you're going to peek the drop zone with the AWP, the easier angles are the first angles you see towards the B bomb side, essentially. If you're having to look below you and to the right, it's a lot more awkward, bearing in mind you don't have the advantages of the spread of a sawn-off. In fact, it's literally the opposite with the AWP. So it is very, very difficult indeed to pick those kind of angles of it. But as an initial peak for the player, if someone's playing towards B, then that's definitely viable.
So big push coming in from Fnatic on B plats. There's a lot of baiting of the grenades, and once again, as expected, olofmeister is the guy that goes first. And that kind of obscures it as well, because you know that they can be olofmeister there, but you never know how many people are actually behind him. In this case, they've seen a lot of grenades of NiP, and olofmeister's dug himself in, but good presence of mind from Exist to know exactly where olofmeister could be. Despite smoke, he's compensating, but it doesn't matter. Get right there with a double, though. That will help matters severely. But NiP, they need to trust in Alu. He's got himself an M4, and Forest as well, he's on the rotation. Alu needs to make sure that he can delay the plant though. He's got to play by himself. Straight away, he finds a quick approach, and that's Forest coming in from the side, takes down Flusher, and it's all on JW. He's got 40 HP, finds the first kill, but Forest closes down the round. Good result from him, and that double from Get Right, that set the pace for NiP on that comeback in this round. And that is a situation now that they've forced onto Fnatic where they can't really buy. They might have a few pistols, but they can't really throw in a full buy here.
Okay, so Forest is going to be AWPing on the CT side here, at least for now, for NiP. Just Flusher with Kevlar. There's a good shot from Forest so far. JW gets taken down before he can do any more damage. Exist finds himself another 1 versus 1, and his teammate's going to come in just in time as he faces with a P2000. Only 1 play lost for NiP here. They will not be complaining.
Yeah, I mean, the buy comes in from Fnatic now, and they've got so much work to do to start to wear away the economy of NiP that they've been building, thanks to that eco round that Fnatic just threw at them. Now, we only see 1 Molotov, and again, it's kind of important that olofmeister is always going B plat, just because of the sake that, okay, you don't know what's going on behind that. But Fnatic, they have a play here, a specific play. They've got 3 players pushing into the A-long area, and olofmeister is towards 2000 now. Ali with a nice defense though, 2 kills for him. That's going to give NiP some breathing room, as now Fnatic are down to 2 players. olofmeister doing what olofmeister does and picking up a kill on the flank. He's got the control of the bomb as well. So despite being a 2 versus 3, Fnatic between olofmeister and Flusher can find a good play here to split up NiP and successfully plant the bomb. But winning the round is still going to be quite a tricky position for them.
The Lurker and the olofmeister left. Like the worst 2 you could pick if you're NiP, when you have 3 men and 2 bomb sites to defend and a very dangerous drop zone where you can easily be flanked. So to force them to spread out, there will be no trading from these CTs. The only thing in their favor is that the T's are headed towards B, and Exist can provide an angle, as you can see here. So crossfire can be possible.
It's pretty important that friberg doesn't show too much of himself, because he essentially wants to just pop out when the bomb is planting, essentially. He wants to keep his position hidden and allow them to come into the bomb site. Oh,
Exist is moving away just at the wrong time, and friberg has now, unbeknownst to him, been completely isolated again. As Dan said, hasn't announced his position just yet. Spotted 1 player, got to go for a spray, but completely missed there. olofmeister going to take him down. Should have been a free kill, but maybe just a bit too quick on the trigger there. So that's going to be the round, maybe for Fnatic. Just Forest left versus 2 now.
Here goes Forest, that's a nice nade, but 2 players left, and he's going at it with the AWP, misses the first shot. That's not going to cut it this time around, and Fnatic will win the round with Olof and Flusher in the end. And, well, friberg had a big job to do in that position. It was, of course, a lot of timing. He needed some fortune to go his way, but just couldn't hit that shot when he was pressed. And now it's a good situation again for Fnatic. Actually, it's JW who's got 11 kills, so he's really topping the scoreboard at the moment for Fnatic, and he's picked up the AWP, so we might see some of those drop zone AWP entries that I think you mentioned previously. He is towards the drop zone at the moment. That
kind of situation where if friberg had a silenced M4, even if he misses the first shot, he probably gets the kill there. Which is something we mentioned earlier. On a map like this, those changes can be significant for the CT side. Exist, you can see, is boosted behind the tree. That will allow him to be shielded from a lot of flashbangs coming in that direction. Although, for now, it seems like any flashbangs will be part of a fake here, as the bomb is towards A long. Not sure if it's even being watched at the moment. We'll see. Ali might have an angle. He's looking in the underpass. He's got a teammate with him, but he's maybe too advanced to see it. Ali now going to have his focus there as Crims gets taken down by Forest in the underpass.
Alright, so with that removal of Crims, maybe there is hope in this round for NiP after all, and it exists with the tree position. He's going to find himself an Olaf. So Fnatic now down to the A players as they push in. And Forest gets spotted, but he now turns around and gets snapped down by Pronax. And Ali will take down JW as well. So it's all on flusha and Pronax as they push down long really fast. And Ali's going to reposition himself a good spot here behind the APC. The bomb is down, and it's Exist and Freiburg, the 1-2 punch to take down the bomb and win the round for NiP. So they bounce back straight away. Fnatic, they won one, and then boom, NiP, they turn the table straight away, and there's a double AWP for them too. So they're already mixing things up. Forest and Alu scoring those AWPs, and it's interesting right now because that could be a problem because they're going up against just pistols.
Apparently, well, come back to it later. And yeah, of course, when there are double AWPs, things can get a little bit tricky. Although they have a potential of a two-man engagement here from Freiburg and Exist, so they are well positioned, but a lot of it's going to come down to if Get Right can hold the drop zone area. And again, you can see Exist avoiding those flashbangs by using the tree. There's one down. Freiburg's in for support as well. He can get multiple sprays here, only gets one. Exist coming in to get more. Get Right comes from the drop zone to get the final two. That is a good hold from NiP, and Fnatic won't get anywhere close to the bomb site. So apparently Exist and Khan have I think they might have played Counter-Strike in Iran before, which I don't know. You never know if Exist is trolling or not. You can see his alternate name is Hassan, and he's called his knife Hassan as well. There are conversations to be had, Dan. I will report to you more on this later. Crims now coming in with a sawn-off.
Yeah, that's what we like to see. Again, JW pretty much popularized the sawn-off usage and its utility on the drop zone play. So it's good to see that other players pick it up as well. Kraken as well. Sawn-off, Kraken. Exist will take down Olaf again though, so Exist has really been on top of his one-on-ones against Olafmeister. Olafmeister's job there is to not just get kills, but try to bait out nades to try to outmaneuver the CTs. He's been getting wrecked so far, so that's been a problem for Fnatic. NiP now in with another kill thanks to Alu, and it does seem like NiP are predicting the movement patterns of Fnatic quite well and responding with connecting those shots. Exist being very key amongst those players of NiP, and now comes in the last-ditch attempt, pushing up CT mid. It's going to work out as flusha is going to take Forest down, and that's a push onto the site, and they've out-positioned the CTs as well. They need those smokes down. There's only one on Crims. He's still holding on to it. Alu will miss the shot there. This is going to get close now. Freiburg goes in. He's got to deal some damage behind the APC. Two players left. Misses the first spray. Gets taken down. And now it's a 2-on-2 out of nowhere. flusha comes in with 3 massive kills. And now it's all on Exist as he looks for this retake. But flusha is on that ace if he gets that kill onto Exist. And here he comes. He might just spot the head tapping away. Exist will vanish once again to find another engagement. He still doesn't know where Pronax is. That's another big problem for him to deal with. flusha completely repositioning as well. That bomb is not going to last much longer. Exist up onto the bomb site, goes to the spray, finds flusha. Just Pronax left now as he goes for the fake, but there's too much time gone, and Pronax will win the round there for Fnatic. Oh, what a stressful situation. But flusha, this guy is godlike.
flusha just came in there like the A-team, the van bursting through the doors, and then everybody suddenly got eliminated in the blink of an eye. Very nice individual play by him, and team play to finish things off. So you can see NiP now on the force buy. It was unfortunate for them. There was a lot of small things that could have gone their way. Force got caught in no man's land with the AWP. Get Right was holding a very nice angle actually in by that event, then moved out the way to allow Alu to pick up the angle, but the T's were advanced before he could get into position. Lots of small micro situations where one change and who knows what happens in the rest of the round, but it's Fnatic evening things up here.
Yeah, sawn-off back into the hands of the OG JW.
Let's not forget how he used to use the Mag 7 on the CT side of Nuke as well when he was playing Squeaky.
Yeah. Always
had an affinity for these shotties.
Yeah,
man after my own heart.
Swag was a guy that did that position very well as well, back before the backening. Anyway, we'll have to see if Fnatic can bounce back at the moment. They can still salvage a strong first half if they get a good result here, and NiP, they don't have much money, as we can see that buy, but in comes the push. Great timing there from Freiburg. Good team play coming in from NiP, but he doesn't get more than a single kill. 4 versus 4 as the JW shoddy is working its way in. Crims finds himself that snap on to exist finally, and that is all she wrote. Just Forest is left over, and that was a beautiful team execution from Fnatic. Wasn't a lot of grenades, but the timings that they moved together was fantastic.
NiP are just losing the jewels at the moment. Jewels are being lost and the rounds are slipping away. Again, that was a force buy from them, so we can expect them to have a desecrated economy for this round, and indeed, Freiburg's got a bit of money in the bank, but other than that, there is nothing going on here for NiP, so we can expect a victory here for Fnatic. JW going to have the AWP once again, as opposed to the sawn-off. 4 people over towards the A side for Fnatic, headed towards long. I suppose in this kind of situation it is a very manageable route to an open bomb site, maybe expecting NiP to have a stack towards B. But they've got all the guns there in case a trade is needed. Olofmeister just holding off, making sure no pushes are coming through B, no boosts from the drop, etc. No information really for NiP to play with, but they're about to get a lot of information.
Ooh, first kill from Crims. There's more bloodshed to follow. Alu looks to peer over from the balcony. So again, a good anti-eco coming in from Fnatic. You know, I'm usually not a massive fan of anti-ecos towards A, because it's more angled to deal with. I think there is more variables that can go wrong. But hey, Fnatic showed a good execution of it this time around. Obviously, you know, NiP weren't in position to try to make it, you know, particularly problematic. But that's part of it as well, you know. It's hard for the CTs to actually find out which anti-eco you're using. So, you know, if let's say they want to find out if you're doing an anti-eco on B, well then you have to push B, and you're pretty much going to die in that situation. You kind of want to keep the numbers advantage. And the same thing with A, like it's the same situation. You kind of you assume that it should more of the time be a B anti-eco strategy. But what if it's A? Like, it's just a catch-22 situation. So it's good as a tease to sometimes mix in the secondary anti-eco round just to keep the obscurity there again for the CTs.
So the buy coming out for NiP once more. Freiburg's going to be the diffuse man. You can see the lack of nades on their side. They don't have as much as I'm sure they would like to. Ooh. Ali's taking a lot of damage straight away, and again we've got Jules coming in and they're being lost by NiP. The trade game is being played very well by the T's in this round, and 4 versus 2 in a matter of seconds. Just unable to get those final connections just get right. JW to save his teammate and take him down, but Freiburg is headed towards the side. Look at Crims and JW actually, they are basically a bullet away from dying here. So there is an opportunity for Freiburg. As the smoke disappears, he may find JW out of position. We will see what he chooses to do. Again, it's almost an insurmountable task, and he might be playing for exits here. So close is he? Does he have an inkling as to where he is, or is he just guessing? He's guessing indeed, but he's making good guesses. Freiburg not giving it away. Flusher jumping around the corner. Bullets to the face. What else is there to say?
Yeah, I mean, that was brutal. I mean, it's completely brutal. They just went with the fast A play, and it just completely crushed NiP's defense. The round was pretty much over at that point. And Olofmeister, the danger of him, he was there in drop zone. He basically wasn't doing anything. I mean, of course, you know, he was there so that he can play the lurker or catch rotation, but it just wasn't even necessary in that round. So pretty strong showing from Fnatic, and Olofmeister is fast on B plat, working his thing as well, just getting some info. So we're actually going to see now the anti-eco pushing its way towards B. So this time we will see Fnatic putting the delay in. So again, the CTs can't know because of the delay if it's going to be A or B. But now, you know, we can see because we have the overview that Fnatic are going for that B anti-eco strategy.
Okay, well, Freiburg playing up close is going to be the sacrificial lamb. Exist gets a 1D, but that's going to be his lot. Get right on a bit of tagging actually. Pronax will need 2 hits. He can do 66 in 1 actually with a deagle, but that would be very lucky. So Plants going down, numbers being thinned, Ali coming in with a 5-7, and now this is interesting. Pronax and Crims both quite tagged, and there goes Crims. Ali behind the rock versus an AWP, and now it's just the AWP. JW though has got the jump on him, but Ali's looking in the right angle. He's tagged JW as well. 10-second defuse might be a bit too much to ask for. JW looking for the information, but he can't. Ali can't see him because of all the dirt from the HE. Finally, this round will come to a close. Great damage done by NiP, but still not enough. Going into the last round, Fnatic won't have any issue finding the buys, so those frags are basically irrelevant, save for the small money bonus for the NiP players.
I do think it's really cool as well on the top level, just how you have like a player like Olaf, because you'd never know what's behind him. He's going to go that same place every time.
Dan, look at this buy. Look at this buy from NiP. They've gone for an auto sniper, an AUG, and 2 AWPs. So definitely going to take Fnatic by surprise, but is it going to be effective? They've just gone for 4 scopes, basically. friberg going for that bigger armor penetration as well.
Unfortunately, it's much worse than the Krieg, which I think should be actually remedied to an extent. But anyway, I guess the CTs do get an extra gun in that sense, rifle-wise. The 2 M4s and the AUG, but looks like Forest is going to find himself the kill into Flusher. Flusher's playing luck this round, but they might not know that just yet. It's hard, again, for the CTs to get that info. Olafmeister, again, he's going to go down here, but he does it every single round. Still, they can't know for sure, so they're playing static, but they're getting the kill. So at this point, it doesn't even matter. Krims finally gets a return on to exist. In goes friberg with the AUG. It's Ali to claim the kill, though, as friberg comes up short and will go down, but it's 9-6 Fnatic. They look like they're going into a strong second half at the moment. But it wasn't too bad from NiP. If you consider that the last time they encountered Fnatic on Cobble, they got 16 ones, it's definitely an improvement.
I was thinking exactly that, Dan.
Exist played really well. I think you gotta hand it to Exist playing the tree position and just getting the better of Olafmeister and eliminating him from so many rounds.
Right, well, now it's Ninjas in Pyjamas' opportunity to shine. You might say the CT side is the less favoured side on Cobble. So with 6 rounds on the board, we'll see what they can do. But first, they need to win the pistol. That's a good start. Alu going to shoot Olafmeister, jumping past him, leave him a postcard in the face. Man advantage for the NiP side now. Make that 2. Alu just looking for yet more aggression. Doesn't realise he's being shot. You can hear those bullets whistling past. Finally realises, but he'll move to chase down Krims. But can he get the frag? Indeed he can. Alu is just wrecking people here. 3-man for him so far. Looking for the 4th. Sees the barrel of the gun, but Forest will finish things off.
They're not out of the woods yet, though. I mean, they need to close this round because it's very likely going to be a force from Fnatic. We tend to see that a lot from the really highly skilled players. Yeah, exactly. They're going to go for it. You can make it, I think, from a theoretical standpoint, you can make a strong argument as to on maps like this where you need a lot of grenades in your buy rounds as a CTs that it sucks to do this. But when you have players that are this good, it kind of breaks the theory a little bit. So you want to get those edges out of the pistols and pressure the economy of your opponents. So let's see if they'll pick anything up here. Olafmeister, he's going to go down straight away. We're going to get this push, this anti-eco coming in from NiP on this B-plat area. Get right working, the Sawn off there towards drop, but he goes down. Krims is going to take him out. So it's not going too badly for Fnatic just yet.
This nade not going to be bad at all, but look at the angles Fnatic are holding towards the B-bomb site. The entire team is here, and have NiP got the guts to go for the full rotate here? We've got Alu coming in with the flank, just holding an angle on the door. He will hear Flusher reloading that pistol. But his team needs to move fast, and they can't afford to have Exist staying towards the B-bomb site anymore because he's the man with the AK here. And they definitely don't want Fnatic getting hold of that. So Flusher has made his way onto the site anyway. friberg heavily tagged, but he will he will find the frag. He needs to get that bomb down fast. Alu coming in to take down Phonak, leaving only Krims with an AK. I say only, but now he's in a 2 versus 1 with friberg on 20 HP. Is he going to opt to save? Headed towards B, so it looks like that's the case. Yeah,
the save is really good here. I mean, if we consider this situation, again, like I think in a spot like this, you could get really nerdy, and you could. I mean, if you know what we miss actually in this game is that I remember in StarCraft, I remember the Team Liquid community in particular. They had so many math nerds from like just crunching loads of numbers, of course, on all the builds and all this kind of stuff, which is really cool. But and in this game, everything's a bit more ambiguous, so it's like harder to actually even do that. But it would be cool to have more in the way of numbers, because you could try to say, okay, what is the potential impact of damage with the AK that when it's saved versus the very, very small percentage chance that he wins the round. And I think that they did enough damage there. I think the more consistent play is the save, because they did loads of damage there.
Yeah, so they did indeed. The aggression continues from NiP. It's going to be Krims versus the world. He's got Kevlar, a smoke, and an AK-47. And you can see NiP still on the anti-eco buy, so looking for that moving accuracy, looking to just run and gun here versus the Fnatic side. Starting things off with JW getting a bit of a tag onto Forest. And Crims, as the AK has now announced himself. Forest on the site, got to be careful that he doesn't get traded here, but what will his team do? Meanwhile, now they know that Crims is on the A site. Well, everyone's dead then, so never mind.
I mean, yeah, they did a good job. They got 3 kills and then 2 kills. So that's a lot of money that's gone from NiP now. And hey, there was a lot of potential for even more damage. So okay, sure, you know, they get a good buy here as well because JW goes for that mag 7. You talked about this before. He's able to get full nades. So they have full smokes. They actually have enough nades because they're able to spread the kills as well. So they got money in that sense. So here we go, NiP with a fast pace here into the B platform. Again, fast pace can be a good way to throw off the opponents. But JW in with a jump.